Hello everyone, we are back again for our weeknight session at 5:30 for our Facebook Live. As always, give me a few minutes, I need to spread it around our pages and groups. If you do jump on, please say hello and help me stay entertaining so I can answer all of your questions and help you as much as possible. I'm sharing everything now, give me a second. I've got an iPad, I've got a Mac, I've got 5 different things going on at the moment. Brody's on as always. Hello Brody, how are you? How was your day? I spent the morning with Brody filming a workout for tomorrow with Mitch, which was fun. Okay, just sharing it now. Okay, so we are going to Cardiff. We are going to Wall's End. That's good, Brody. I'm glad you're good. What did you have for lunch? What did you eat? In fact, answer some of the questions. What are your trigger foods? And what foods do you binge on? I think I know the answer to most of them already, but please share with the group. Okay, we're going to curry. We've got 5 people on. If you are on, guys, please say hello. I'm going to be answering your questions very shortly once I've shared this with all of our pages and groups. Pages are shared, groups to go, and then we are good. Okay, so Brody's binge foods are chocolate. I'm sure it's not the last time I'll hear that today. Just going to the groups. Okay, Wall's End's done. Bay is done. This is the most boring part of every live. We're going to get up and running in a second into our curry group. Okay, so there's 7 people on. Who else is on? There's 9 people on now. Who else is on? Hello, Aileen. How are you? I can finally start to see people that are coming on, which is nice. Let's go into all the groups, all of them. We are also in the Cardiff group. Okay, so hello Alicia, how are you? I'd love to know the answer to those 3 questions on the live video so I can help you with some of your trigger foods and foods that you binge on. Okay, there's 11 people on. I'm fantastic, Aileen. Tell me, what foods are your trigger foods? What foods do you binge on? Now, we had lots of questions today. I'm going to find them right now and go through them, and we can discuss them one at a time. Okay, so where's our cover page? Ryan is on. How are you, Ryan? How is that shoulder feeling? Okay, so let's start getting to your questions. So when you're at home and you're self-isolating, quite often it is very, very easy to overeat. I am definitely in that case. The more time I spend at home, the more time I'm definitely likely to go back and forth to the fridge and overeat and over-consume my food. Okay, so one of the things around that I like to implement is just spacing out my meals. So for example, if I'm eating 5 meals a day, let's say I'm eating at 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 12 a.m., 3 a.m., and 6 p.m., if I can stick to that structure, it's very, very, very helpful for me to stay on track. However, if I lose that structure and break that cycle early, I quite often overeat myself. Hello Nicole, how are you? Okay, so today in our messages, Ryan Wilcox overeats chocolates and biscuits. Easter is not a good time, especially when you're stuck at home. So with chocolate and biscuits, guys, they are probably two of the foods that you can overconsume the most. So if you were to have six blocks, as in six squares, your audio is buzzing. Oh no, my audio is buzzing. Is everyone else hearing my buzzing audio, or is that just Grace Parker? I hope it's just Grace Parker. So give me a thumbs up if my audio is good. Hey Nicole, how are you? It was great seeing Steve yesterday. Okay, thumbs up. Okay, so let's get back to it. So chocolate and biscuits are both very, very easy to overconsume. It's buzzing too. Hang on. I can hear it a little bit. Well, this has been an absolute disaster. I'll move my phone a little bit to see if that buzzing goes away as I'm listing it on my computer. I'll start again. Chocolate and biscuits in terms of overconsuming. So 6 squares of chocolate is about 120 calories. 1 Tim Tam is about 88 calories. The majority of biscuits range between 60 and 100 calories. The issue is, guys, if I don't know anyone, and I don't mean anyone, who can just have 6 squares of chocolate or 1 Tim Tam. So the only reason why you should have them in your house is if you do have that self-control and you can stop at the recommended serving size, and that portion control can fit into your meal plan. Okay, so Erin Kelly snacks on chips a lot. That is her binge food. Hey Alex, how are you? With chips, there are different chips that are lower in calories. So if you go down the health food aisle at Coles, there are lots of gluten-free options, and they are veggie chips. And I know the sounds of vegetable chips don't sound too enthralling, but trust me, they are really, really, really good. And they're about half the calorie serving of a bag of Twisties, a bag of Smith chips, anything in that range. Alison, Kelly, Chris, how are you? Answer the questions in the live. Okay, Jess Lampkin wrote, I'm eating it all. The other thing we discussed yesterday on our Instagram live, guys, was what Mitch does. Now, Mitch is quite disciplined with his food. One of the best things that I can do if I'm spending a lot of time at home, and I know Mitch does too, is we try and push back our meals as far back in the day as we can. So for example, Mitch might have his first meal at 11, and I will do the same thing. The reason being is, if I'm having 500 calories at breakfast, and by 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m, if I'm sitting at home on the couch watching Tiger King, that is the most likely time I'm going to binge eat. So what I'll try and do is, if I skip breakfast is not the most important meal of the day, you've been told wrong. If I can save those 500 calories and push them later in the day, that way I can account for what Jess Lampkin describes as I am eating it all. So the best way to view snacks and binge eating and your trigger foods is I view them like money. For example, if you are going to go out with the girls on the weekend and drink and party and eat, during the week, Monday through Friday, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you are more likely to try and stay at home and save money and spend that money on the weekend with the girls. If you spend up big during the week and then went out and then also spent up big on the weekend, come Monday, you probably don't have any money. The same is with your food and calories, which is the same principle why Mitch and I might push back our first meal. But you can even go further than that. And if you are going out on the weekend with the girls for food and drink and a really good time, you might try and cut back those snacks during the week. Do your best and then reward yourself on the weekend. So if you were to have a pack of Tim Tams on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and then go out and drink and eat and carry on, there is no way you are going to either stick to your calorie goal and get a result. So during the week, if you were to cut back that altogether and do that on the weekend, you are far more likely to reach your goal. So when you're isolating at home, it's still really important that you stick to your calorie intake and your calorie goals. However, you need to understand your triggers, what foods you binge on, and you need to make sure that you put a strategy in place to make sure that you are not likely to do that day after day after day. The fact that we're at home more now means we're probably going to be more inactive and we're going to be more likely to snack. So, in saying that, is everyone here, including myself, needs to be really, really, really careful with their portion control and what they do, right? So, Ryan, Steve, Brody, Mitch, and I are reaching out to you guys daily, weekly phone calls to ensure that you guys are on track. If you are unsure of how to structure your meal plan, if you are unsure of what things you should and shouldn't be eating, or how much you should and shouldn't be eating, let us know, and we're happy to jump on a phone call with you and talk you guys through it. Okay. Aileen Rose snacks on licorice. Licorice is disgusting, Aileen. I've never met anyone under the age of my age 30 who likes licorice. If there's someone here who likes licorice, I'd love to know about it. Kendall McLaren snacks on chocolate chip cookies. Unfortunately for you, Kendall, chocolate chip cookies in general, are the most calorie dense thing on earth. One Subway cookie is 220 calories. For some perspective, that's almost a cheeseburger, right? So I think those Coles chocolate chip cookies, an entire box is like 3,000 calories. When a block of chocolate is around 800. So those cookies, if you have the whole box, it's literally like having 3.5 blocks of chocolate. Even those Betty Crocker cookies, it's around 2,000 calories for a box. Nelly, licorice is a bomb. Alison loves licorice. Brody loves licorice. I was wrong. Everyone loves licorice. Okay, Alison said, I snack on rice crackers and tuna. Alison, there is nothing wrong with that in the world. I would recommend everyone in this group who's watching to do the same. Okay, so Janelle Parker snacks on wine. Wine is a drink, Janelle, but I guess it could also be a snack as it has got grapes in it, which would be a food. With wine, I guess it all depends on how much wine you drink per night. Like a glass isn't going to hurt, but it's the same as the Tim Tams. One Tim Tam's fine, one glass of wine is fine, 10 glasses is not fine, and with 10 glasses of wine, you'll probably wake up with a headache. With 10 Tim Tams, you'll probably wake up with a stomach ache. Okay, we've got some more questions coming in. Okay, I snack on bread too much. Now, bread is often demonized because it's a carbohydrate. Bread is fine, okay? It all depends on what you have on the bread. Okay, so a slice of bread is about 100 calories, depending on what bread you get. However, one serving of peanut butter would make that 200 calories. However, the same as Tim Tams, no one has one serving of peanut butter. It is a big tablespoon worth. So that slice of bread can end up being 400 calories. So I wouldn't be so mindful of the bread. However, I would be very, very, very mindful of what you have on that bread. Okay, so think Vegemite is a much better condiment to have on bread if you are watching and counting your calories as opposed to peanut butter. Just because peanut butter has healthy ingredients, it does not mean it's going to help you reach your fat loss goal. Okay, Simone Rune said, I love my homemade sweet potato fries. Simone, if anyone is watching, and I've done a session with, I rave about sweet potato fries every day of the week. An entire bag is 700 calories. An entire bag could feed about 7 people, right? So what Simone said then, homemade sweet potato fries, if you are an avid snacker, if you are isolating at home and you are constantly in the fridge, then it might be a good idea to find yourself some snacks that you can really, really enjoy that are low calorie and high in volume. So for example, sweet potato fries are very, very low volume, very, very high volume. It is a large amount of food for a small amount of calories. So for example, you could have an entire bag of sweet potato fries, or you can have 3 Subway cookies. So when you are choosing your snacking, it's super, super important that you choose the snacks that will fit in with your daily caloric intake goals and go with that. Alison Delacoste, why do you have 2 watches on? Okay, one watch is a Garmin. This tracks my steps, okay, and it's a good reminder to be active every now. And this is a Whoop band from America. The only other person that has one that I know is Mitch, and he got his first. This tracks your heart rate variability, which is a really good indication of how well you're recovering from your gym sessions. It also tracks your sleep in incredible detail. So if I was to nap during the day, which I never do, who does, it will actually pick up like a 15-minute nap and add that to my overall sleep. Okay, next one, soft drink. All right, I'm angry now. Soft drink is by far the worst thing you can drink, snack on, because there are so many low sugar, 0 calorie options that no one on this channel, on this page, on this live should ever consume soft drink. The analogy I always use is I had a client once and she used to drink 24 cans of Coke per day. 24 cans of Coke per day. She was just hammering them down, all right? If she cut out 12 of those cans, she would start to lose weight, right? And if those remaining 12 cans were Pepsi Max or Coke No Sugar or Diet Coke, she would lose all of that weight, right? So for example, how do I describe this the best way? What we want to get is we want to get a good return on the investment. So what I mean by that is if you were to drink a can of Coke, which is 200 calories, is that a good return on the investment? You've invested 200 calories, but what have you got out of it? In my opinion, nothing. However, if you were to change that for Pepsi Max, that is a good investment on return because you have satisfied that need. However, you haven't taken in those calories. Does anyone on here drink Coke, juice, Powerade, Gatorade, any of that kind of stuff? The other thing too is soft drink out, wine in. Yes, don't be like that, Aileen. The worst thing is when you do actually combine alcohol with soft drink. So everyone laughs at Mitch and I when we drink our vodka lime and sodas. However, 1 vodka lime and soda is 68 calories. If I have 10 of them a night, which I wouldn't do anymore because I'm mature and grown up, Nelly drinks Diet Coke, fantastic. If I was to have 10 of them, that would be 680 calories. However, Alison, if you had vodka and mixed a can of Coke with each of them, that would be 268 calories times 10. So you'd have 2,680 calories. So Jamie over here, 680 calories. I'm pretty drunk. Alison over here, 2,680 calories, drunk, and doesn't feel too good. All right, so the whole point of this conversation is when you're at home, when you're snacking, when you're drinking alcohol, you always need to choose the lesser of 2 evils, right? So I'm not encouraging you to go drink 10 vodka lime and sodas for 680 calories. However, if you were to choose that, or vodka and straight Coke, or lemonade, or raspberry soft drink, this is less evil. Okay. Chelsea Harding drinks either water, protein shake, or wine for me on here. Protein shakes are one of the best snacks you can actually have. There's a lot of bad information on protein shakes in regards to people, especially women, think they're going to get too muscular from drinking protein shakes. Protein shakes are something you have after the gym. A protein shake is something you could have at any time of day, right? So a protein shake is just food. So for example, if Sharon Fitzgerald, who's watching, was to go and have 2 Subway cookies for 440 calories, or Chelsea, you would have a protein shake with a banana and blueberries and almond milk and spinach, that would also equal 440 calories. But back to my previous point in regards to return on investment, Chelsea, you are far much better off than Sharon over here. You're getting all those micronutrients. It's going to be really, really filling. It tastes great, and you're going to feel good after. Sharon gets none of that and doesn't feel too good after. Okay. Tamika Lee Cretchen, I can't pronounce your last name, I'm sorry. I swap to Coles sparkling water. They have lemon and lime, mango, raspberry. They taste amazing. Tango's, I think Steve actually drinks them and raves about them. Once again, that is far, 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 far superior than having it like full sugar soft drink. Nelly said, sometimes you just need something with gas. I'm going to assume that Coke Zero and Coke Sprite Zero is loaded with the same amount of gas as actual soft drink. That's what you're actually talking about. Chelsea, I usually have it after my workout in the morning because I skip breaking. That's okay. So if that's your preferred time to have your first meal of the day, then that's no problem at all. I had a question today asking about why do I eat gems all the time. Once again, anyone who does a session with me, I rave and rave and rave and rave about potato gems. And it is similar to what Simone mentioned with her sweet potato fries. They're actually very, very, very low in calorie. And in the end, it's oven in the potato. Right? Oven in the potato, that's not wrong. It's potato in the oven. And whether you have it baked, if you have it boiled, or it's in gem form and you put it in the oven, it's still potato. Right, so it goes back again to just making sure that the snacks that you choose, the snacks that you want to eat, are low calories and they fill you up and you really enjoy them. Okay, any more questions? No, that's it. All right, guys, we'll keep this short and sweet tonight. So appreciate you all for watching. Tomorrow night, Mitch and I are going to have a special live together. We'll post more information tomorrow in the groups. If you guys need anything from Mitch, Brody, Steve, Ryan, I, please reach out. Don't hesitate. We can't thank you enough for your support and keep working out at home. Simone Roods, seriously the best snack. I will leave it on this. Sweet potato oven baked fries seriously are the best snack, and don't be scared of having a little bit of chicken salt. See you, Jared. Bye, guys.